The reason that we're moving away from the owl is because there's like exactly 3 images of it online whatsoever anywhere. That's true. So like I tried to make a coming back hype video, right? It turned out okay. There's only so much footage that you can actually create with the fucking owl, right?
Oh, owls are pests. Well, no, actually, they get rid of the pests.
I mean, if you want to be a scraggly owl, you can.
We're doing a role reversal now.
Are we?
Yeah.
What's the role reversal?
Well, I mean, the owl was the mascot, the one that gets rid of the pests.
Oh,
we have become the pests.
The pests are
the owl
overthrowing the owl.
Yeah, exactly. The owl left.
Okay.
We are the pests.
All right, I dig that. I appreciate that read.
Okay, just tell me when, or...
Yeah, we've been recording for a while. Go ahead.
Oh, so should we intro?
That was the intro.
That was the intro. Okay, we're gonna do that prequel game to Chrono Cross called Radical Dreamers Text Adventure, and just improv funny voices for these characters because
Radical Dreamers more like Radical Creamers.
Radical Steamers. I can't get any of these wrinkles out of my clothes.
Steamed clams. That's what I call hamburgers.
These hams are radically steamed.
You call hamburgers steamed hams.
Radical Dreamers. Did we hear it?
Alright, let's try that. That sounds like it. Dude.
Welcome to the dumpster.
Welcome to the dumpster.
We got
fucking shit.
We got rotten banana peels.
Very cool. We got rotten eggs.
Chrono Cross, as opposed to Chrono Trigger, isn't about time travel anymore. Now it's about other dimensions and
it's about radical dreams, I guess.
Consequences of our actions on society at large.
What is that? Is that Agumon? What is that shit?
Which one?
The one that looks like what do you mean which one? The one that looks like a fucking
the blue and yellow
yes,
Digimon?
The one that looks like a Digimon on the screen.
The very Digimon one?
Uh-huh.
Next to the smaller Digimon?
Oh, there are more, aren't there? That one just stuck out as like the Digimon.
And then the little blue one that's like a Manaphy ripoff. And then the purple dog. Does the collar on that dog say something?
No.
B.
It's just like middle. It stands for bark.
Bark. Borf.
So let's start.
This is the prequel, Radical Dreamers.
And it's what kind of game is it?
It's a text adventure. It's like a visual novel or a text adventure.
Dating sim?
Either one. Yeah, the Chrono Trigger dating sim.
Dating sim?
Presented by the Radical Dreamers, 1996. Oh yeah, this was on the Teleview in Japan only.
Oh.
It all began with a notebook my mother handed me. She told me she found it while cleaning out the closet. Whoa, it smells. This old notebook covered with mold. It was a diary that belonged to my grandfather who passed away years ago. It contained his distant memories.
The memories.
Ooh, yeah.
It smells like old book.
Ooh, look at that
nice.
stink.
Look at that fucking
if
stain.
you still remember how we first met and our many adventures on the
Let this
Teleview.
stain remind you.
It all seemed like a dream. We ran like the wind during those warm summer days long ago. You
Chrono
were a piece
Trigger,
of a star.
the stain of
you
the
were
past.
a piece of a star that fell from the sky?
Oh my god.
That's
Wait, what?
interesting.
That's wild. Superman?
I can still relive the memories of those days long past. It sounds like Chrono Trigger music. Just by closing my eyes like so and whispering your name into the desolate night.
The desolate smell.
Kidd. Captain Kidd, the pirate. Kidd.
What?
Wait,
What?
What's the name of the person they're talking to?
Kidd?
Yeah, like William Kidd, the pirate.
Like Beatrice Kiddo?
What?
From fucking...
From what?
What's it called? Kill Bill?
Oh, no. Let's go with the pirate one. William
It's
Kidd.
the pirate one.
Yeah.
Ooh, Castlevania.
The famous Kid. Kid.
Kid.
Yarr. Yarr. Hey, Kid.
Hey, kid!
Hey, Kid. What should the main guy sound like, though?
Tell your parents that they're disgusting.
Are you ready, Kid? I know you're anxious, but stay on your toes.
Stay on your toes.
Yeah, likewise, mate. You mess up, and I'm leaving you behind. Got that, sir? Or, oh, no, that's right, mate, because he's Australian.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like it more when he's a pirate. Well, I don't
No,
really like...
not the guy is a pirate, but then the girl, she's a... Come
McGill.
on. Come on, Miguel, let's go. That bastard Lynx is gonna get one of his ass.
That bastard Lynx is gonna get one of his ass.
Or is the pirate?
Fucking
Not that it'll
didgeridoo
do you
music.
any good.
How do Australian people laugh? Australian people, sound off in the comments. Everyone sound off in the comments, please.
Pretend to be Australian.
Yeah, just... oh my god.
Eat Vegemite. Radical Dreamers. Let
us
us
know it
know
doesn't-
the-
What is that? Is that a flower?
That's a crystal.
Oh, it's a crystal.
Origami? One or the other.
Frozen gelatin.
Presented by the Radical
We've seen this
Dreamers.
screen like 4 times.
Oh my gosh. Well, let's click a button.
There it goes.
Oh, what on tarnation? Adjust the menu. I know how to do these things.
What to heck? Enter a name.
Enter a name. Bob Dylan. No.
No.
Oh, what should the name be?
I don't know. What do we want to be saying for forever?
Garfield.
Garfield. I hate Mondays.
Oh, look at all those extra weird letters, though. We can... wait, why is it a capital one?
Go down one. There you go.
Oh, wait, where's the... Oh, yeah. Is there one of those eyes with the 2 dots on top?
Yeah.
Where
Go to the eyes and then down one.
is it? Is it that one?
There it is.
Yeah. And then should we do a weird E?
I don't know if you want to. I don't know how any of these is pronounced, by the way. Garfield. Oh my god. Why did they give you these wonky characters? This is really weird.
Well, what if you're Hispanic or Portuguese?
Then
or
you don't
something?
play the English-Japanese translation text adventure. Probably.
Well, what if they don't sell it in Spain or Portugal or one of those countries?
Then I guess they need to get
Garfield.
good. The devs need to get good, frankly.
Garfield.
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 I hate nowadays.
The old lady's tip-off was right on the money. The counter spell on the barrier round the outer walls could have done a real number on us.
What?
Kids' plain unadorned braid flicked back and forth across her shoulders as she walked. Oh, God. We picked our way through the elaborate lattice of the manor's magic shields, moving in close and closer to Lord Lynx's stronghold. There were 3 of us, Kid, McGill, and me.
And I.
And I...
That's actually not true.
I guess it must have been 3 years already since I first met Captain Kidd. Back then I was just a wandering musician, traveling wherever my feet would take me and wherever a few tunes would pay for a warm bed. It was in the Outlands in a town called Regiora where we first ran across one
Is
another.
any of this relevant?
And since then, she dragged me along. This is post Chrono Trigger. Dragged me along on a whole bunch of adventures and misadventures.
But Chrono Trigger is a game about time travel.
These are all the characters in Chrono Cross.
Okay.
And they might be, and I think they're related to the Chrono Trigger characters.
Oh, okay.
And misadventures too. Captain Kidd. She was a thief, and not just any thief.
She stole my heart.
A few months shy of 17, and already renowned as one of the realm's greatest. She's actually Lupin the Third.
Lupin the 17th.
Lupin the 17-year-old. Oh no! What's more, she was achingly beautiful, stylish, a joy to be around, and a dab hand at campsite cooking, or so she liked to claim.
A real Mary Sue of all kinds.
Was a little different. Those bandits with hearts of gold you've heard about in stories. The ones
Do you
who
think these
steal
guys,
from the rich
these guys
and
walking
keep
in the
them
background are
poor.
like, God, shut the fuck
These
up.
are the guys. That wasn't kid style. Oh, yeah, the guy in the back. Yeah, he's probably annoyed. She was short-tempered, prone to lying, bossy, and obsessed with money, and rarely did she care to listen to a single word anyone said to her.
Nice. Dudes rock.
But she wasn't all bad. Maybe sometimes she had her moments. Anyway, I glanced over my shoulder to see a shadow hovering behind us, blending into the darkness like smoke. McGill, also known as McGill the Shade. He was Kid's partner, but even after 3 years, I still knew hardly anything about him. He should be Irish, right? His name is McGill. All I knew was that he was around 30
Just
years
be careful
old.
you don't get that
to
confused with the pirate.
But he was one heck of an age. I heard that he and Kid had started working oh, yeah, because the pirate might be kind of Irish.
Mm-hmm.
Together way before I met her. He always covered the top half of his face with a mask, and I'd never seen
With
what
an
he
eye
looked
patch!
underneath it. He was a man so mysterious that it sometimes seemed like he was an interloper from another world. It wasn't like Kid was exactly big on details about her past, but McGill, he might as well have had one. And Kid didn't seem to know much about her partner in crime either, what kind of man he was, what kind of life he'd lived before. Nothing. You might ask how exactly I wound up being a part of this merry band. Well, it's complicated. I guess you could say that life doesn't
that's
always
me.
turn out the way you think it will. Kid, who was heading up our little raiding party, suddenly stopped dead. Oi, look lively, boys. We've got company.
I'm imagining, like, launch for this character now.
We glanced around. We glanced around warily as cold, cruel eyes emerged from the darkness. I heard a low growl. Dark shadows prowled through the night, surrounding us. A pack of wildcats.
A pack of wildcats.
Must have been about 10 of them. A thrill of fear ran down my spine. Flustered, I pulled my knife from me belt. Kid calmly shifted into a fighting stance. Watch yourselves, I didn't reckon these buggers ever been treated for rabies. Well, that was so cheese.
Rabies? Wait a minute. Rabies exists in this world? That's not good.
Growled as they closed in on us, drawing the noose tighter and tighter. Their eyes glinted in the darkness like fireflies, and strings of eager spittle dripped wetly to the ground. Then one of them set an almighty roar, soaring to the moon, and the hunt was on. The wildcats are in the background, in case the mic is...
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh, what was I going to do?
What am I going to do?
I was going to attack the little
I'm going to
feline
attack!
bastard. I slashed at a nearby wildcat with my knife.
Get your fire!
The beast tried to leap clear, but I was already too close.
Aha.
I felt the blade make contact and was rewarded with a screech of pain. Wildcat jumped away, this time managing to put some space between us. It looked like I hadn't cut it very deeply. I stood my ground, changing my grip on the knife and waiting for another chance to attack. Garfield!
I totally forgot we named him. Garfield! Behind you!
Panicked by Kid's warning, I whirled wildly around and came face to face with a pair of eyes blazing like hellfire. I attacked again!
Where's that again?
Our wildcat was coming right at me. By reflex, I ducked it, swiping through the air, directly over my head. I felt its hot breath on my cheek as it flew by me. At the same time, I thrust my knife upward, plunging it into the beast's belly.
Yeah.
With a horrible cry of agony, the wildcat crashed face first into the ground. But I lost my balance on the chaos and fell down in a heap as well. I rolled over and was only just able to stagger back to my feet before readying myself for my next opponent.
Okay.
I was breathing heavily, the handle of my knife was slick with sweat, and I tightened my grip with a kick like a bolt of lightning. Kid landed a clean hit on the flank of a nearby wildcat.
Jesus Christ.
It staggered before losing its footing, letting out a pathetic cry, but Kid had already moved it to finish it off.
With your bare hands?
And then the roar of fire, a burning smell filled my nostrils, and next to me a shrill screech pierced the air. McGill's fire spell engulfed the head of a nearby wildcat. It fled, darting off into the darkness like an arrow.
A stink.
Burnt cat.
Burnt head.
I scanned the area. Only moments ago we had been surrounded, but now there wasn't
Hang on, everyone. I'll scan the area.
Wild.
Beep, beep.
There wasn't a single wildcat left. Kid and McGill.
No power levels for miles around.
Kid and McGill had either sent the rest off with their tails between their legs, or put paid to them.
What?
Put paid to them once and for
Or put paid to them once and for all.
Ah, you're dreaming.
No.
You're dreaming if you think a pack of flea-bitten moggies is gonna stop us. Lynx. Oh, or is it?
Moggies, huh?
Moggies. It's like a mogwai. Kid crossed her arms and flashed a triumphant grin. Meanwhile, I was panting heavily. And it felt like my legs were about to give out from under me. I collapsed to my knees, overwhelmed by what I'd just been
If
through.
you die right now, I'm gonna laugh.
Ooh, I'd taken a few hits, but I was fine otherwise. A couple of
Mamma
scars
mia.
to talk about later, maybe, but nothing that would stop me carrying on.
Oh, are you hurt?
What? Alright. Why you hit? McGill looked down. Oh,
No, that's Mario.
Oh, what does McGill sound?
Mario.
He sounds like Mario?
Yeah, why not?
McGill is Mario?
Yeah, that's
Okay,
what
you're
I read the
McGill.
voice.
You're McGillia.
That's what I read the name as.
You're McGillia.
Okay.
Did you say okay?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, you heard.
McGill looked down at me, his face expressionless as ever. No worries, Meg, you'll be right, said
be right.
Kid, barging in to get a better look at me. He may be a winging suck, but it'll take more than a few scratches to kill this one. She was nothing if not sympathetic. Oh, yes, she was. But she was right, this was no time to be bemoaning my lot. We hadn't even reached the manor yet. I dabbed at my wounds with a tincture-soaked cloth and wrapped them with bandages, then looked up at the other two. We're just getting started. Sorry on that. You'll have to carry on without me. No, what? We're just getting started. Don't.
Give up on the
We're just getting started. I grinned back, putting a brave face on things. That's what I like. That's what I like to hear, Kid cheerily announced from close quarters. But then her eyes turned cold like the cool glow of the moon in the night sky. It's gonna be a long night. I noted trying my hardest not to utterly lose myself in her pale blue eyes like the sea, calling me like the sea. Alright, let's get this chair back on the road. She turned away and marched off deeper into the trees without looking behind to see if me and McGill were following her. McGill, of course, was already right behind her, his unhurried gait making it seem as though nothing much bad happened at all.
Meanwhile, I was trying not to lose myself in her giant ass cheeks.
I jumped back up to my feet to chase after them. I'd be in for even more trouble than I'd bargained for if I got separated from them.
Oh my god.
The dark forest inside the manor's perimeter seemed to go on forever, a labyrinth of trees and boulders. The manor itself loomed in the distance, glowering over the vast grounds, and hidden within was a veritable mountain of treasure just waiting for us. Lord Lynx was the noble who ruled the remote territory of Regiora. He was also Kid's mortal enemy. We were there that night to steal a certain jewel he kept locked away in his most closely guarded vault, the Frozen Flame. The Frozen Flame was veiled in mystery. It was said to be imbued with an uncanny energy, and possessed of a beauty and clarity that made it a priceless treasure. Countless thieves had tried to steal it, and not one of them had come close to succeeding. Not had any of them escaped the manor alive, and now it was our turn to try and sneak into this place of death, led by a girl who had the ambition to make the impossible possible, a hunger for vengeance that drove her onward, and a desire for riches that could never be satisfied. Dun, 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 dun. As we pressed on through the tree-filled darkness, the shadows gave way at last, revealing the true extent of the vast mansion. Oh, wow. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
The house.
That's just the one from Chrono, the Magus Castle.
Okay.
Yeah, finally. You see your prayers, Lynx, because we're coming. Yeah, say your prayers, Lynx.
Getting tired of doing this accent thing.
Yeah, finally. Say your prayers, Lynx, because we're coming for you. Keeping to the overgrowth and the shadows of the trees, we made our way around the manor walls in search of a means of entry.
Size of a fish.
Eventually, we came to we're looking in the garden. There was no sign of the guards nearby. The only thing surrounding the manor was an uncanny stillness. This will lead us straight into the
This
west
will
wing.
lead us straight into the west wing, just as well. We don't have any business in the rest of the manor tonight,
said McGill, gazing up at the dark building towering over us in the night.
He just goes, and like the camera pans
Alright
out.
then, what are we waiting for? With that, Kid made to vault over the railing of the terrace.
Stop!
McGill hissed sharply. Remember what we're here for.
Wait.
Oh,
Remember what we're here for. Our main target is the vault and the frozen flame within it. We focused on this above all else. Your vengeance is of secondary concern. Agreed?
Super Mario. Glancing over her shoulder, Kid replied with a reluctant, don't get your knickers in a twist. What if we happen to run into him, I'm gonna knock that Drongo's block off, and neither you or anybody else is gonna stop me from eating all the Vegemite.
Vegemite, Sam.
You know, if I have any Australian viewers, they're gonna click off of me.
Oh yeah, I guess kid was going.
You know,
to
maybe
get
they'll
her
respect us for it.
whether we liked it or not. Oh yes, let's go, boys. The night is young.
Let's go, boys.
He cleared the railing. He cleared the railing with a spritey hop and vanished inside the manor. I glanced toward McGill and nodded in silence. We followed Kid's lead, and were soon in Lord Lynx's lair.
Lord
The
Lynx.
darkness swallowed us all.
Do you think Lord Lynx is actually a lynx?
What if our only viewers are Scottish and Melbourne Australians?
What if our only viewers are lynxes?
What if our only viewers play Atari Lynx? A corridor stretched off on the left and right from the terrace. It seemed equally dark and chilly in both directions. Mr. McGill, which way should we be going?
There's only two choices. Pick one.
Yahoo! Oh, pick left. Pick left. Go left.
Go left down the corridor. We pressed on through the darkness, down corridors that turned and twisted snake-like this way and that. Everything around us was still and silent, and it felt strangely like we were being watched. Oh. We continued creeping cautiously down the corridors. Kid moved proudly and stealthily like a cat stalking its prey while in the shadows. McGill followed, gliding swiftly and silently like a sinister breeze. We pressed on into the embrace of the Weaver of Fate. The Weaver of Fate?
The Beaver of Fate?
We took the corridor leading from the left-hand side of the terrace, eventually arriving at an intersection with some stairs. The path to the right led down the stairs. The path to the left was a dark side passage, and the main corridor continued straight onward. Did we go downstairs, onward, then the side
Wait,
passage
I
to the left?
don't know. What do you think we should do? Vote now on your device.
Pick one. McGill. McGill.
Let's go downstairs.
We went down the stairs.
We were down it.
Slowly we crept down the staircase,
gift.
descending deeper into blackness as we went. At the bottom, the path split. The way to the left continued onto an atrium that resembled a sort of plaza, while the path to the right was a winding passageway that trailed off into darkness. Should we go off into darkness or the atrium? Or back?
Let's go off into darkness, maybe.
Darkness. That's
that
the
might
right
be-
way, right?
It might be safer.
Took the passageway to the right. We went down the stairs and took the passage to our right. Eventually we came across an ornate door on the right-hand side.
Oh.
Something smelled fresh and pleasant. Flowers? Was it coming from inside? Did we continue on our way, or did we go through the door?
Let's go inside. Let's try and see the
Oh, we went inside the door. I tell you what, we went in that door.
I'll
and
tell
we
you what
smelled-
is about it.
We found ourselves in
What?
a tidy, welcoming room. The knickers, the knickknacks and curios dotted around the place seemed to be well loved. The stately
What are you doing with my bloomers?
and cozy-looking bed nearby, meanwhile, suggested the room's occupant was no stranger to luxury. Though the room was richly furnished, somehow it still felt awfully lonely. Kid took a quick look around before commenting. It's Lynx's gal's room. A half-written letter on the desk and a teacup still warm suggested that the lady of the manor was still nearby.
Let's take her a hostage.
But it didn't seem that anyone was here now. We decided to search the room. Some charming flowers, a discarded cotton handkerchief, a small bottle of perfume. Is that McGill moving through the room? Nothing that means much to me. Anything that seemed particularly valuable. Kids seemed to have the same impressions and scanned the room clearly.
Where's the loot? Where's the money?
The only item to note was a small antique box which bore a crest resembling a viper. I decided where to look next. I picked up the little box, I opened the chest of drawers, I examined the bed. What am I doing? What am I doing, Mr. McGill?
Let's open the chest of drawers.
This is because I had it on thing. I slit open one of the finely veneered drawers. Frills, lace, and sequins
Frilly
created me
things.
in reds, pinks, yellows, and a host of other vivid colours. A bounty of beautiful silk garments overflowed from within. Dresses, eh? Dresses, eh? Why am I Squidward? Give us a look. I've been just about to close the door again when Kid came up and started peering over my shoulder. She reached out a hand to touch one of them, though I sensed a certain hesitation. I've never worn anything this posh in my life. The gown she'd picked out was cut simply but beautifully, and was decorated with a pale floral pattern on a white background. She held it up to her chest and took a gentle twirl around the room. She was as light on her feet as a woodland nymph. The fabric fluttered like flower petals, and she held them. Oh, them just so in the brief moment you could almost have called her dainty. Stupid thing. Not exactly me, eh? I wouldn't say that. I think it really suits you. Shut your gob, eh? Horse kisser.
Yeah.
Or is she Australian or is she British?
Oh, I don't know, dude.
All
All Australians are
Her
British.
face turned an angry red. Now you definitely lost your entire
No!
Australian viewership.
No, I'm sorry.
Come on, we ain't got all night. Spelled well and truly broken, she stomped out of the room. Aye.
How much do I have to ask you not to be horny at me?
Well, left and right. Left half to the right.
Do you know how hard it is to be considered a real threat when you're a woman and a treasure hunter in this world? And you got a stupid accent like mine. Fuck you.
This gets really serious.
The path to the right led deeper into the darkness of the manor.
Oh, don't you patronise me.
While going left would take us to the atrium in another branch. Do we want to go to the atrium or deeper in the darkness?
Let's go further in the darkness. See what else is in there. Maybe there's a janitor's closet or
Feels like
something.
it's spooky enough for it. We went down to the dark passageway, eventually finding ourselves at a dirty-looking, immaculately polished door.
Oh, another door.
Kid sniffed at the air. Yeah, just as I thought, something stinks here. I reckon we found the beast lads. In the darkness, Kid's lips twisted into a grin that turned my blood cold.
I think maybe we turn back.
Turn back?
Yeah, we can't go in there yet. I think we gotta do stuff.
Not yet. Okay, alright, we stretch out beyond the door.
Tactical retreat.
We retraced our steps. Eventually, we came across an ornate door on the level that was Riddell's room, Lynx's daughter. Did we go back inside? Did we turn
Continue
back?
on your way.
We continued on our way.
Let's go to the atrium now.
The corridor until we reached an intersection. There was a left turn in the corridor to some going.
Oh, right. There's
There's
stairs.
going upward. The corridor also. Plaza-like atrium. The atrium?
Yeah, let's go to the atrium.
The atrium. We went to
The atrium.
Kid poked her head through the arch-shaped door and took a look around. It's big in here. Must be some kind of hole. We took a cautious look around and entered one after another.
Oh dear.
The atrium was like a beautiful plaza, complete with a statue that doubled as a fountain. Pillars and arches lined the walls, and in the center was a small pool of clear water, above which the statue stood.
Have you ever seen, what is that David Lynch show? Twin Peaks?
Yes. Yeah.
Remember the weird room that they're in the
red
dream
room? Yeah.
sequence?
Oh my god, yeah, you're right.
this is
I didn't even
totally-
realize.
This is very David Lynch.
On the other side of the room, I could see another arched entrance like the one we had come through. It's cold.
It's cold.
It was scooping up water from the fountain. I went over to her and resting my hand on the edge of the marble
I'm resting
basin,
my hand on hers.
peered
I
into
peered
the...
into her beautiful brown and blue eyes and
Shut
said,
up.
hello.
to the water's surface. You reckon those fish are rare, as in valuable?
Kid leaned
Kid
right
went
over
right
to
over
the edge
the
and
edge.
grabbed him with her teeth.
I couldn't see the bottom. I wondered how deep it was. The shadow of one of the fish grew larger and larger. How big is this fountain?
Whoa!
Oh! Sensing danger, Kid
Whoa!
leapt back from the edge. Clack! A fish leaped out from the water and snapped at her, its jaws bristling with razor-sharp teeth. Its mouth closed shut on the air where she'd been only moments before, and with a splash, the fish darted back under the water.
Crikey.
Pteranodons, deadly carnivorous fish with razor-sharp teeth and powerful jaws that could snap a monster's horn in half.
Look at this beauty.
Staring in horror, I watched as dark shadows began to gather in what little of the pool I could make out. The
Razor sharp
Pteranodons
teeth,
must have
you try and
detected
take your
fire.
whole finger off all at once.
Soon the room was filled with the sound of splashing and snapping as the fish teemed at the water's surface. Bloody hell.
I'm gonna make her
Even
really pissed off.
Kid was uneasy. She took another step back. How many Pteranodons were in the pool? The thought of what would happen if they all left clear of the water and attacked at once crossed my mind. A bead of cold sweat rolled down my forehead. Suddenly the water coming from the statue turned crimson and shot out in a powerful jet that nearly touched the ceiling. Ooh, Kid jumped back again. I just stood in shock watching the torrent of water erupting from the statue. The scarlet waters continued to gush out from the fountain. The pool grew redder and started to overflow. We looked on entranced, but the spell was soon broken when we realized that the water was starting to flow faster and faster and over the rim of the basin. The Pteranodons began to jump and snap at the water's surface with bloodthirsty glee. I was brought to my senses by the dull slapping sound of Pteranodons hitting the floor. Exit on the other side?
Rush to the exit on the other side.
We're rushing to the exit on the other side.
Wait,
Wait, there's an exit on the other side. I pointed at the doorway opposite where we'd come in. I tried my hardest to rush across the pool, sending up great gouts of crimson water, but it was as thick as blood, and I found myself struggling to move. I felt
Blood is
sharp
not that
jabs of
thick. It's mostly water.
searing pain as countless Pteranodons snapped at my legs. Kid gritted her teeth in pain. Garfield, we've got to do something before we get turned into mincemeat. What was I going to do? Rush to the exit on the other side, rush back the way we came. Deal with the fish.
Yeah, try dealing with the fish.
Oh, I didn't click it fast enough. I got some faint wake off. I claimed close to fainting. I stood my ground as best I could, figure away the Pteranodon that had bitten me, but soon a horrible ring of shadows began to circle the water around me. I was surrounded. What was I going to do? Deal with the fish?
Deal with fish.
Deal with the fish. What do you want? One by one, the kid glared back at me, a festive picture of exasperated disbelief. Don't be a bloody idiot, Garfield.
don't be a bloody idiot,
When I said my mouth, I
Garfield.
gave a Pteranodon's gets teeth in my foot. I felt a pain surged up my leg, making me jump. What was I going to do? Get the fuck out of here. We have to get to the other side. We desperately tried to exit opposite us. The water was already up to my waist. A strange smell like warm meat rose from the water's surface. Arrgh! I yelled as my left thigh and right ankle simultaneously erupted with pain. It was still a long way to the exit on the opposite side. What was I going to do? Am I trying to rush to the exit?
Yeah, keep going.
I'm going to keep going. That's right. Those fish weren't going to stop me. We desperately tried to wade toward the exit opposite us. The water was already up to my waist. A stream smelled like meat. Countless piranhas were tearing my legs, and the bites burned like fire. It was a still long way to the exit to the opposite side. What
Are you
was
fucking
it?
kidding me, dude?
I'm going to the exit. You fucking try to stop me, I swear. The water was already up to my waist. I could smell the meat.
It's just repeating itself now.
Burned like fire.
Oh, there you go.
A red haze drifted down to fill my eyes. I'm dead. In a swarm of hungry Pteranodons all piled in at once.
No!
His screams grew more and more distant as my consciousness plummeted into a bottomless darkness.
That's okay, he'll just respawn.
And that was a bad idea.
was how I met your mother.
Ba 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 ba!